India is the fifth most preferred investment destination for the domestic investors as well as global investors. Now, India is a more attractive destination for investments from all over the world because of the good efforts and good gains by the venture capitalists, angel investors, and the best performance of CEOs. And many startup companies also turned as unicorn companies, which is the greatest achievement of the innovation creativity of Indian entrepreneurs. The investors of those startup companies has gained a lot, and their encouragement, their benefits encouraged global investors to invest in Indian corporate sector or startups or any other companies. Earlier, India was 9th attractive place for investments. Now it is 5th place compared to other investment destinations of the world because of the stable government, clear policies, impartial administration, encouragement to entrepreneurs, and protection to investors. 70% of the Indian CEOs feel that investments in India are safer and highly beneficial to the investors because of the better performance of all commercial organizations from the last 10 years. And in future also, the CEOs of India and global CEOs are expecting that Indian economy will grow very fast because of the improvement in infrastructure sector, education, skill development, connectivity, communication. All these are helping to reduce the cost, increase the productivity, increase the production, and increase the quantity also. All these are resulting into higher productivity, low wastage, and better price to the manufacturers. Even e-commerce platforms are also helping the manufacturers, the service providers to reach the consumers, global, not only Indian consumers, but also global consumers. And the logistics provided to the manufacturers or service providers with transportation, handling, and delivery are also helping to increase the productivity, production, delivery of goods to the consumers on time with reduced damage and better price, better quality to the consumers. Because of the clear policies and the tax regime, earlier ease of doing business, under the process of ease of doing business, the central government is encouraging to reduce the compliance, less government, more governance. This concept is encouraging entrepreneurs to perform perfectly and to reduce their concentration on compliance rather than and increase their concentration on business expansion, business productivity, and business forecast, future business. This is helping the entrepreneurs to have more benefits and passing on more benefits also to investors, those who are investors. The companies generally, the success of a company depends upon the performance of CEOs. Because of success of CEOs will depend upon their concentration on business or on concentration in compliance. If the CEOs more time is spent on compliance, the business may be disturbed. But if the CEO concentrates more on business, they will try to expand the business and increase the productivity, production, and quality also. And everything will be in the win-win situation for the manufacturers as well as the consumers. Even about the future prospects also, the CEOs of India are more optimistic and they're more encouraged by seeing the performance. Now the real benefits of infrastructure development will multiply in future. Now because the beginning of infrastructure sector is, now we are getting the results because of earlier stage of infrastructure development. But after the improvement of infrastructure sector, the wastage of time, energy, cost, quality, everything will reduce, and that will result into more gains and effectiveness and more gains to the entrepreneurs and better performance to entrepreneurs and gains to investors. That will encourage more and more entrepreneurs as well as investors. Even for the next decade also, the CEOs are expecting the Indian business will be more optimistic and more encouraging for both for entrepreneurs as well as investors. And one more important aspect is because of digitalization of many sectors, there is a possibility of cyber security because of the stringent cyber laws and also the effective steps taken by the CEOs for improving the digitalization as well as perfect digitalization, and to reduce the wastage of time, quality, quantity, reduce the time, quality, wastage. These digitalization steps with less mistakes, less flaws, zero defect, and many global standards implemented by the Indian corporates are showing better results and better gains, better quality, higher production, higher productivity, and everything to better future for Indian entrepreneurs, corporates as well as investors. This is the opinion expressed by many CEOs of India. Globally also we can see around 70 to two-thirds of global top company CEOs are from Indian origin. Even in India also, the better CEOs are from India. So Indian talent is reliable, efficient, and Indian resources are also possible. India is having all resources of human resources, natural resources, financial resources also. Earlier, the stock market was dependent on foreign institutional investors. Now, the domestic investors are replacing the foreign institutional investors. Every time we are seeing the improvement in number of demat accounts opened as well as NPS accounts, National Pension Scheme accounts, money mutual fund accounts. All these are adding the investments to the corporate fold. So this will encourage to take up the new projects. Also, the investors are ready to invest for longer term projects of infrastructure, maybe roads, transport, railways, airports, water ports, electricity, green energy, everything. There are investors who are ready to wait for some time, longer period, and the reliable longer period financial sources are available for investments for infrastructure sector. This is the most welcome step for investors. Indian investors also showing interest. There are two types of investors: short-term investors, long-term investors. Senior citizens are showing interest to make longer period investments so that their income can be regular and not disturbed, and they cannot take risk. And younger investors are showing interest to invest in equity funds, who are ready to take risk and to risk carries reward. They are ready to take risk and also ready to face the loss and ready to enjoy the gains of investments in equity market. These are both the types of, and also another advantage is India is not only the center for manufacturing production, but also the consumer also. We need not depend on foreign consumers. Indian consumers are sufficient to absorb the India goods produced, services produced in India. So this is a great advantage compared to other manufacturing based economies of the world.